So we are going to be looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are on episode 52, and in the last episode, the main thing that happened was India, and they had their big civil war, which split this purple Indian nation into Sri Lanka, also split it into the Indian Federation as well as this middle purple country, as well as mini Tibet and other mini Tibet. We also saw the Scandinavian Union invade into more of this Balkan area, capturing more of the Balkan Sea, and the Baltic Sea. And there are now only two countries that border the Baltic Sea, and the Scandinavian Union wants to surround the whole Baltic Sea. And finally, we saw Michigan declare their independence, as well as Utah and Texas get land because, the old Michigan government that was here fell apart. If you guys enjoy these videos, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into episode 52. Let's start off episode 52 with me saying something about the inventions of this timeline. A big, pretty bad breakthrough has just been made, and it's not nuclear bombs. People have stopped developing weapons. More people have forgotten how to make guns and find gunpowder. The reason for this, everyone's been focusing on religion. People now do not know how to make the muskets, so we are going backwards in technology. All of the major powers in the world only have a couple thousand guns at their disposal, but we're going back to the swords and shields fighting. But we need to turn on the alliance layer because we need to talk about these alliances. We have 3 alliances in the world, this being the Checkmark Alliance, who wants to control the world, and they're kind of like monarchists, or just they have a king. We have the Cross Alliance, who is the fascist alliance of this world. This consists of the fascist Korean country, Yemen, Algeria, the fascist African country, Canada, recently, this Mexican country over here, Western Mexico, and we have America. Finally, we have the Triangle Alliance, and these are the communists of this kind of Wixo. We have the leader being Cyprus, the Cypriot Empire. We have Libya, this kind of red, I'm going to call it South Carthage. We also have Ireland, as well as Greenland. So overall, in power, I would definitely say either the Cross Alliance or the Checkmark Alliance is stronger, but we will be updating kind of military strengths and also naval, because I did make a pretty big mistake, because how is the Russian Empire number 1 if they only have access to the Caspian, the Black Sea, and the Baltic Sea, and, now over here in the Pacific? So I will be updating those numbers and introducing another new layer. But anyways, continuing with this, we have yet another alliance being formed, and this is a religious alliance. More so, it's an economic alliance, but you have to be subscribed to a certain religion in order to be in it. The person making this economic alliance is going to be the Blue Iberians, and they're making an economic alliance where only the people who have a runoff of their religion or their religion can join. The first person we see joining is actually going to be Algeria. They were colonies of the blue team, and if we look, pretty much all of these areas are underneath blue team control, so it makes sense why Algeria joins, although they don't have the greatest kind of partnership with the blue team. Their capital does reside inside of the main blue religion. We actually also see Nigeria joining up with this alliance, and they're kind of running out of money at the moment. Although they do have one of the biggest population bodies in the world, they are running out of money. We also see these 2 Mexican countries joining up in this alliance with this economic alliance. They don't have to change their currency, it's more they just join it. And the 2 Mexican countries don't really like each other right now, so this might have been a bad decision to let them both in on this alliance. And finally, we see Afghanistan, or Pakistan, whatever you guys want to call it. We see them join in on this economic alliance as well. So a new economic alliance has formed, but that is not it, as we see more people join up with the Communist Alliance, actually. More over here, we see Sudan join up with the Communist Alliance, mainly because they actually really enjoy the Cypriot Empire. We also see the Red Italians join up with the Communist side, and this is a big game changer for the Triangle Alliance, and this means that they are probably the strongest, if not one of the strongest. I mean, the Russian Empire really holds the Checkmark Alliance together, because you guys don't get how strong the Russian Empire is. In this episode, you will see. And we have one more member joining in on the Triangle Alliance, and this is actually going to be this purple country, this newly one over here. They join up with the Triangle Alliance. The Checkmark and the Cross Alliance only get one more member each. The Cross Alliance gets Vietnam inside of their alliance, so there are now even more fascist nations inside of the world. And the Russians actually are going to get Poland inside of their alliance. Now, I think I said in the last episode that Poland was taking a more relaxed, chill kind of mood. Yeah, they only held on to that for one episode, and now they're going expansionist again. Now that all of the alliances have been updated, we can now turn that off. And now let's go and update the new top 10 army. I'm going to rename this to the top 10 army because this is just kind of swords and shields now. So number 1, if it's not obvious, it's going to go over to the Russian Empire. They have been really good at military ever since they have elected a monarchy, and this monarchy is Noy Lipan. He's the Napoleon of the series, and well, I think that's how you say Napoleon backwards, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and it's Noy Lipan. Number 2, I'm going to give number 2 over to Taiwan still. These guys are very strong. They didn't get as affected by the plague as they should have, but number 2 is Taiwan, and well, nothing you can do about that if you don't like the Taiwanese. Number 3 may surprise some of you, but I really don't care if it does. But Korea, yeah. The fascist Koreans are number 3. I don't remember what they were last time, but yeah, they're 3 now. The Scandinavian Union places 4th, and well, these guys, they have been bumping up their military because they may be preparing to take an operation out against a country that they have warned against taking out this operation from. Let me know who you think it is going to be in the comments. But number 5 is the Red Italians. They have recently regained the whole Italian peninsula. They got it sold to them by the purple team, and well, yeah, they're happy now. They just need Sicily, and they're recently trying to buy it off of Carthage, and Carthage is kind of thinking of it because they're kind of in an economic downturn. So they're really thinking about selling Sicily because it's kind of just one giant mountain. Number 6 may surprise some of you, but it's actually the Persian Union. They have been, well, ever since the last top 10 ranking, they have been bumping up their military quite a bit, and now the Persian Union is number 6. Number 7 goes to the Cypriot Empire. I think they went down. If you're in my Discord server, there is a top 10 ranking. That updates pretty oftenly, and if I'm looking at it right now, the Cypriot Empire was number 6 last time, so they have went down 1. Number 8 may surprise some of you, but Adaria is the 8th strongest country in the world. They have proven that they are strong by taking out Algeria. The old Algerians, mate. Don't know why I did an Australian accent, but staying in Africa, go down to the fascist African country, which they are now too. So, yeah, I'm still going to call it the fascist Africans. Now, number 10, it's going to go over to Wales. They have been dropped down. They were number 3 last time, but they have since dropped down to 10, which is still respectable because you're in the top 10. Anyways, those are the updated military rankings. Unfortunately, Venezuela got kicked out of the top 10, as well as California. If you checked the Discord server, California made it to the 10th strongest country in the last ranking, but now they have been kicked out. So now let's go ahead and get off this layer, and let's go to the best navy because I need to update this. Okay, let's go ahead and update this. The strongest navy in the world is going to go over to the Scandinavian Union. They, instead of going through their territory up here, they normally go by boat across to get to Finland. They also go by boat across to get to Lithuania or Latvia. They have to get to this island, which is very important. It's going to be very important in the future of the series too, so watch out for this island. And now we need to jump to Wales because they have the second strongest navy in the world. These guys had a big colonial empire. I don't know why there's an I there, but these guys had a big colonial empire. And they had to use that navy to go and all around the world. You might be wondering, why isn't the brown team here? Well, they kind of got smashed. The third strongest navy in the world actually goes over to Cyprus. They invested into a pretty strong navy pretty much as soon as they landed, started making their empire, and this was because they had their main island, Cyprus. They had to travel over, support all this land, and now they actually also have to support Crimea, so another chore. Number 4 are the Red Italians. These guys are great, probably the best at like steering a ship. If you remember, inside of World War III, I think it was, or World War II, they traveled all the way up over here through that and landed inside of the Italian peninsula by boat, because planes have not been invented yet. This one is going to surprise some of you, but the 5th is actually going to be Israel. And well, these guys, the reason they're 5th and they're not on the top 10 armies, they also invested into a good navy, and this was just because they want to kind of take over the Red Sea, even though they aren't. I messed up on that. These guys are not 5 because these guys are 7. I don't know why I put them at 5. But yeah, those guys are 7 for all the same reasons. Number 5 goes over to Taiwan, which really they should be higher, but they're not because they have a better army. Still have a good navy, but it's not the best. Number 6 actually goes over to the fascist African country. They have to go and support Madagascar. It makes sense, at least in my opinion, that they have a strong navy. Number 8, because 7 is Israel. Number 8 is the Dutch team. And, well, when they did have to kind of let go of their army quite a bit. They didn't really have to let go of their navy as much. Number 9 is the Russian Empire. So there we go. Not 10, but they're 9. Because number 10 goes over to the Persian Union. These guys are working themselves up the ranks very quickly, and I do also want to say something right now. This whole economy and population thing, like if we turn on the population, you see that I put numbers instead of putting like the actual population of the country, because that's just too much work. I am going to update this, but it won't, like, I won't have the numbers on it. It won't be in this episode that I update it, but I will be putting the numbers on it. So just, like, I won't be putting the actual population. I'm just going to be putting, like, 10th, 9th, yabba dabba dabba. So just, yeah, I'm sorry. I've fallen off on all of this, so sorry. Here is where I introduced you guys into the new layer, and this is the technology rankings layer. So let's go ahead and rank the technologies of the world. The country with the best technology in the world is actually the fascist Koreans up over inside of Asia. And, well, these guys, instead of focusing, well, they do focus on taking over this area, but they also focus on their technology. Number 2 is going to be the Russian Empire, and instead of me explaining each one of these, I'm just going to speed through it. Number 3 are the Cypriots. Number 4 are the Welsh up over here in Wales. Number 5 are the Scandinavians up over in Scandinavia. 6th is the Red Italians over in the Italian Peninsula. Number 7 is actually the Indians, the Indian Federation. Number 8 is the Taiwanese over in the southern Chinese area. 9 is China, not Taiwan again. And number 10 is actually Adaria. These guys inherited a lot from the Blue Iberians, a lot. Pretty much everything that the Blue Iberians knew, Adaria got a hold of. So those are all the rankings that I will be updating inside of this episode. Now, for the final event, because there will be 2 Wixo episodes today. Yippee! Let's go ahead and knock out one war. And that is Neulipen sending his troops into this pink country right here. He wants warmer lands. Warmer, well, not like it's cold up here, but he wants to go down south more and get more of these warmer areas. As you can see, the Russians are the strongest country in the world compared to these guys, which probably aren't even in the top 50. Top 30, I mean. They're probably in the top 50. But these guys get pushed down, and they flee into the green team, this Siberian team, which was once Siberia. And, well, this whole thing collapses over to the Russians. The Russians then start to mobilize against this other green team. They're wiping out all the green in this area. At least that's why. What the... Okay, it should be fixed now. Let's see. Yep. And, well, let's just resume all of this as we see the Russians completely kicking butt. Neulipen is a genius, and, well, he is going to invade into this little pink country right here for the final one to get access to this lake right here. The Russians fully annex all of this land into the Russian Empire, and that is where this episode will end. Sorry, it was a lot of changing all the other stuff, but in the next episode, I promise there will be more wars. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye. And the daily shout out goes over to @mapmaker46. He makes some good mapping content. Fan art will be on the next slide of Tamberly and Astralex. Those both in my Discord. You guys should all come join it. On the news side, there is a Discord server that people inside of my Discord community made. It is pretty much a roleplay kind of Wixo thingy. It's really fun. You guys should go join that. And then I didn't have time to record another Wixo video, so there won't be another one today. There will be Wixo shorts though. So I hope you guys have a good day. Go check out Mapmaker's channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.